Hi, I'm Yiming, and today I'll be sharing more on my network security assignment demonstration, which is on the open source tool called Zeek. So more about Zeek. Zeek is an IDS and is a network analyzer used to support forensic investigations, threat or vulnerability hunting, and also used for logging and troubleshooting within a network. Several features about Zeek is that it is used in many popular network security solutions. For example, if you're familiar with Elasticstack or Security Onion, these are places where Zeek is commonly used, and it taps in on Zeek's ability to traffic log and also perform several file analysis and also file extractions. Another good thing about Zeek is that it supports custom written scripts. More about Zeek is also that it has two main ways of analysis. Firstly, using live capture of the network packets, and secondly, it can also process PCAP files to analyze the captured packets. So more on the Zeek architecture here. As you can see, so firstly, raw traffic is fed into the Zeek engine, and it goes through this network stack first. So as you can see, all the packets that have been actually collected by maybe through any kind of source is pushed into the Zeek event engine, where the Zeek engine passes protocols into events. So any sort of protocols that have been picked up within the packets that have been pushed into the engine will then be passed into like events that Zeek will then use to further process into the scripts using its script/policy interpreter. And what happens after this is that it outputs out network logs organized by protocol. So we'll see more about this later when I demonstrate. And most of the time, the user interface is only towards on the Zeek script stack. So we'll also look into that later in the demonstration. So for today, I'll be demonstrating two kind of usage of Zeek. So as previously mentioned, we have the live capture and we also have the PCAP analysis. So firstly, I will be doing live capture of the FTP brute force detection using Zeek's inbuilt packages. And secondly, I'll be doing the other method of analysis, which is PCAP analysis, and we will do denial of service detection via a custom script. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into it. So also, if you are interested, I've actually created a setup video of Zeek in a separate video, and I believe I will be either putting the link or putting it in the same playlist as this video. So if you are interested in finding out more about Zeek and how to download it in Ubuntu, I have the setup video attached. All right. Okay, so for the first one that we're going to do is FTP brute force detection. So over here, I have already loaded Zeek into the Ubuntu. As you can see here, I do a Zeek V to show the version, and you can see that's the most latest version, which is the 6.0.0. So what we'll be doing now is that we'll traverse into the Zeek folder, and specifically into the configurations of Zeek. Right, okay. So now we will go into the configuration file of Zeek, which is local Zeek. You can see here there's a lot of protocols and also other files that you can add, but today we're going to add this. So add load protocols FTP detect brute forcing .zeek. So we're just adding this here. You may be wondering what this is. No worries, this is actually a Zeek file. So if you are interested, it is actually already preloaded into Zeek when you download it. So the location of this file that I've highlighted just now, you can see it's over here. And if I do a quick ls to list the files, it is this. We are using this to detect brute forcing within for FTP. Yes. So next, now we will have to restart Zeek so as to apply the changes that we have just made. So we'll do a quick Zeek CTL stop. and it'll stop Zeek, and then we'll do a Zeek ctl deploy, which reruns the configurations as you can see over here. Alright, so now we have gone into the Zeek has started and is now performing live capture. So if you like to see the logs for this, we can go into the op Zeek and then logs current, apologies. And you can see here we do a quick ls. This is the very basic standard log. So these are the logs, the protocol based logs that I did mention previously. So you can see like DNS. There's nothing much now as there's nothing being captured on the interface that we are listening on. So let's go ahead and create some traffic. So remember that this is also a FTP, right? FTP brute force. So over here, I'm starting up a Kali VM that is on the same interface as the Ubuntu. And what we'll be doing is we'll perform a simple brute force using Hydra. So let's see whether I'll just need to do a quick ping just to make sure that it is awake. Yes, and it is awake. Okay, so over here we are logging in as, we're attempting to log in as the administrator, and we are using the rocku.txt file to guess the password for the FTP server at 1.99, which is the address of the Ubuntu. So we do a quick run. As you can see, the attack has started for the FTP brute forcing. And then if we go back here, we do a quick ls. You can see that there's much more files there, like log files that are generated. So the most important one that we are looking out here for is actually the notice.log. So the notice.log, what it is, a very special log that practically places any sort of suspicious or anomaly traffic will be alerted and placed into the notice.log. So if we do a cat of the notice.log, and then we use the utility of Zeek cut, which is it's like a kind of like a parsing Zeek log file kind of utility that is available for Zeek, and then we filter this out. So you can see here that there has like you can see the time right now. It is and you can see over here that 20 fails login on the FTP server, and yeah, so it is FTP brute forcing. So you can see here FTP brute forcing has been detected by Zeek via live capture. Alright, so right now I'm going to stop the Zeek ctl stop. Okay, so now we will stop the live capture, and let's go back and turn off and stop the FTP brute forcing. Alright. Alright, so next, let's go into the next attack demonstration, so which is the denial of service detection using PCAP analysis. So now let's first go into the directory that I've previously created. So it is which is simulation attack. So if I do a quick ls of the file that I was created previously, here is the custom script that is here, the denial of service detect.zeek. So if I do a cat of the file, alright. So you can see here that first we load the frameworks notice so that we can insert any sort of alerts inside the notice.log, as you all have previously seen in the previous example. And then over here, just like to highlight these two important variables here. So notice threshold is count as 3, and the notice time window is 1 minute. So essentially what it does is that as long as there is an IP address that has more than 3 connections at one time, and also and this connection persists for more than a minute, then what it does is that it will be logged into the notice.log here. So there's a high volume of traffic detected for IP. Do note that these variables can be changed. So for example, if let's say you like to use this script for like a larger company, then by right, the servers or any sort of service that the organization is trying to provide should be able to withstand more than 3 connections at one time. So, however, in the interest that my computer's resources are rather weak, so I will be doing it actually on 2 connections at one time. All right. So, okay. Now, what we'll do is that we will start a packet capture so that we can have the PCAP ready. And during this packet capture, we'll simulate a denial of service attack. So over here, I can run this. So it uses TCP dump to listen on the interface ENS33, and the S option with a 0 means that the TCP dump will keep listening onto this interface until it is told to stop. And then -W just indicates what output file the network packets captured will be placed in. So it will be all placed inside the traffic.pcat file. So now if we head over to the Kali, we will do hping, and this is flood. So what I'll do is it will keep spamming the Ubuntu, which has the Zeek in it. And I think as previously mentioned also which I'm not sure whether I mentioned it, but essentially the IP address of this is 1.99. So yeah. Oh. Okay. So then we'll run another ping, and just in case to ensure that we hit over the counter just now of having 2 concurrent sessions from the same IP, I'm going to run a third ping. So we're going to let this sit for about a minute, and after that, then we can look and stop the listening so that it can get our PCAP file. Alright, so we've given some ample time, and now let's stop the capture. And then if you do ls, you can see that everything has been saved inside this PCAP file. So what we can do now, right, is we can use Zeek to process the PCAP traffic capture. And to do that, we use Zeek-R to read the PCAP file, and then we do a DOS_detect.zeek. So this indicates to Zeek to use this Zeek script to parse and process this PCAP file. So let's get to it. Alright, so as seen here, it is now done. So you can see that it is, we can see our terminal, and if we do an ls, you can see that there's tons of files now instead of just having the Zeek file and the PCAP file. So as usual, we like to go to the notice.log, and if we do a cat notice.log Zeek cut using the Zeek cut utility, and -D for Zeek cut means printing out the system time of the of all the collected traffic from the packets of the PCAP file. And then alright, so if we do this, as you can see, there's the date and the time here. I think my second one was wrong. There you go. So you can see that there's a high connection count detected for the IP from here, and you can see that there's a lot of them. So yeah, so this is the denial of service detection using the PCAP analysis. So yeah, that's it for the demonstration. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you around. There are also two more things that I've also done with Zeek, which is the automatic file transfer and also HTTP plain text detection for compliance. So I think I will be putting the videos behind this. So if you're free, do check them out. Thank you so much and see you around.